Welcome to game number 1. Very characteristic colors for them, so I will keep them, unless you guys want me to change it, because you dislike green versus teal a lot. Apologies. Major KD with a little pause. It is the Persians for KD on the left side, Keller going Gurjaras on the right, and it isn't camels all game, it is with camel archers. What do camel archers give, elephant archers give you here? First 50 minutes, insanely hard for Persian. You can heavily rush them. You can try to keep the Persians off the gold and maybe off the monument up north. On the back of a good rush, Keller can be a very aggressive player. It's the no treadmill crane civilization against one of the fastest civs in the game. Gamba is up for game number 1 in Keller versus KD. Second pro set today. The camels are rushing in. KD even rushing himself forward with some camels. And yeah, I think this is too ugly. I can't differentiate anything. I'm gonna make KD red. Sorry, KD. Oh, villager wasn't walled in. Oh, wall was broken. First kill, but only one kill. KD loves quick walling. He always quick walls and everything, but these quick walls were missed as well. He gotta kill himself in Keller space. Might even get another one there. No, unit runs back. No castle is GG, says Aurico, but yeah, now it's 5 kills. Now it's 5 kills, and the castle is delayed. I don't think it's GG in this matchup, but Keller is getting the damage he needs in the opening. Castle will complete though. 92%. And now Keller jumping onto control of the gold area. Has gotten the workshop and then went into the base with the starting camel. Citadel Castle is up for the Persians. We went for 5 stables, a barracks for 2 barracks, and now the castles for the elephants. Elephant archers also coming forward, can help against the camels and against the halberdiers of the Persians. I guess that's why, because of the halberdiers we have the elephant archers. It's not many halberdiers, so the elephant archer numbers are kind of okay to deal with them. Keller even partially still moving forward throughout the fight. Very odd long battle line here. Because Keller is hunting for more villages. Can Gojara camels even tickle war elephants? They're pretty good. Camels against elephants, they have extra bonus damage. But it's still war elephants. It's just not the Gojara part of the camel that's bad, it's just the war elephants that's the war elephant. 2 castles are up, 3rd castle. That wall didn't happen. These 3 get walled off though, so castle will complete 6 villager kills. Sounds like a lot. But considering the mid-game options for Persians, I'm not sure it's necessarily game-ending damage. Water play for KD. Or both. Yellow also playing water. Gojara camel is the only reason it's possible, I see. 80 camels for Persians. Yeah, it felt like he had to, right? Maybe the chicken castle earlier could have made him get away with a bit less camels and a bit more elephants. Eventually. Oh, halberdiers, yeah. Ooh, that castle. Only 2 racks. Castle deleted. Villager dies. I think villager deleted with the castle, actually. Help numbers are not too impressive. Yeah, just mass helpers, Gojara, right? That always works, no? I think it's too many stables, not enough barracks. Yeah, I agree with Malda. Who needs wills when you've got elephants? But how many elephants does he have? Only 13 on the field. They're being mowed down by the camels. The camels are even stand ground patrolling here because we don't have siege for KD. Not that the stand ground patrol did anything. It mainly just made camels go idle. It's another bad stand ground patrol. But the elephant archer mass is so big now they can even challenge the war elephants. And war elephant numbers are pretty low. Camels are gone for Keller. Last chance to bet. We've got 20 points on KD probably, because the amount is so low. Oh, it was 20 points on kelar. Now it's a bit more. Ends up 20 to 20. kelar has established good map control. Water, kind of advantage for KD. Not really attacking the dogs though. kelar can get to 225 pop because he has the Royal Albert Hall. But he wants to change his prediction. Set or game? Well, game you can't change because it's closed. Kenidao coming to take a fight. Is that enough for elephants? Yeah, I can just kite them. The one unit that the elephant archers can kite, other elephants. They're actually faster. Hello, oxygen. Just starting into KD carrier. No food for KD. It's looking rough. kelar might keep the map control here. Too many camels. Perhaps the issue. Double castle setup. 2 TC setup in the south as well. Some siege workshops coming up. KD needs a long time to mass an army that can challenge the south. He doesn't try. He calls the GG. And kelar wins game 1. Gujarat's OP, of course. Even beating the Persians. Why did I doubt? I don't know. Lucky comes got into my head. Never doubt the Gujarats. At least not on high level. Good start by kelar. Picks an OP Civ. And beats the Persians. Pity kind of not getting them rolling while spending a lot of food and gold on worse camels than his opponent. What a KD against Persians. For kelar. Got more res collected as well. Stats, not the most important thing here. kelar a little bit faster, but pretty close at times. More clicks made by KD. And we are going to the swamp, so KD decides I need to take your home map on now. As kelar gets the first W. Gujara victory over the Persians. Where Dravidians? Not even drafted, lucky. I think honestly at this point the win rate of Gujarat should be truly better than the Dravidian one. I've been claiming it for a while. I think by now it's true. I think I've only seen Gujarat wins and I've only seen Dravidian losses the last few days. Bengali Chinese for Swamp. Air Trev is convinced kelar will not play Spanish. I would say it's Spanish Chinese. kelar is that crazy, is he? Maybe he is. We're going to Swamp. Get your predictions in. I'm still... But Bengalis are so much better on other maps. That's Spanish, I think, so Spanish China. Yeah, Spanish. Take the free win, no? It is Spanish Chinese, yeah. I mean, free win. China used to be the one civ that could do something against Spanish before the word rework. Let's see if that's still true. Apparently, we're both giving luck to our civs because I've almost only seen Druidians with Gujarat's lost the last few days. Yeah, you fairly cast the last few days though, Lucky, so still speaks for the Gujarats. Because you can look at the statistics of who casts how much, right? And then if I only see Gujarats win, Dravidians lose, it clearly is more representative than what you're seeing. But none of these civilizations on Golden Swamp today. It is the Chinese start for KD. Walls in one of the early villagers, two of the early villagers, going to dogs. So the classic good old Chinese start. Spanish can just walk there because they've got supremacy. And, well, try to make paladins. Chinese light cav, does it lose to... Doesn't matter, paladin comes out. Not much land production, but not as little as freaking Chris. It's not only one Rex, it is at least 3 barracks planned for Major KD, who's got the docks up, is producing Carracks. Spanish are going Carracks as well. Carracks and Paladin moving forward for Keller. Everything is like it was in 2025. Paladin going for the villager. That should be a will kill for Keller. And that villager is in danger by the Carracks as well. I see a lot more forward aggression here for Keller early, even though both are supposed to have a fast swift triple castle. It's very defensive as the Chinese, therefore not many docks up. I don't like it. Too much all these castles. Keller's got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 docks. 2, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 docks only up for KD. Now finally constructing some ship numbers. Are comparable because Keller went forward early and took some fights with defender's advantage for KD. Now some more docks completing for KD. Galleons being added. Dragon ships being added. Spanish cannon gains on the field though. The old school power ship on the swamp. Both Dravidians and Gujaras lost today? What? We just saw Gujaras win. Dragon ships are there now, but no loot ones behind. Backline kind of missing for KD. Dragon ships are even kind of beating their counterparts at times, or their counters at times. Guess we've got a backline of Chukonu to deal with the Hulks. But the numbers, the Navy numbers are so good for Keller. Civilians lost and Gujaras mean. Exactly. That's what I was saying, Mulder. Lucky it's just copium. A lot of it's Carrack cannon gain, right? We're not even making any galleons. We've got 12 galleons. So nice lines, nice battle lines for Keller, and Spanish are still Spanish, man. You weren't casting today, Lucky. There's a statistic. I've cast a lot more games than you. What are you talking about? How are you watching more games? Keller wins Swamp with a really good ball of Navy. Earlier docks still won Swamp games. 12 docks to 9. Watching unlike casting? You didn't stop watching without casting, Lucky Cows. We're at there's 99 games. You should cast and not just watch them for yourself. Oh, you mean watching my stream or something? I guess. I guess you're watching then as well. You can watch my stream. That's fine. But Keller getting a Spanish win. Unsurprising. Not even any loot runs built, right? At least not in the first 3. Don't think I've seen loot runs. No, we just hope for the dragon ship. I really dislike the early castles. I think that cost so much build time that could have gone into docks. Keller had a good jump early, so KD was kind of afraid of that. But I mean, Keller didn't even have to kill the castles, right? The castles kind of did nothing besides costing a lot of build time, and then Keller's stronger navy just won. So Keller with the 2-0, looking very, very good. Very swift wins here. There's obviously some Team Germany a necessity for some wins today. But Keller is solidly raking them in. getting the 2-0 lead. Still, it doesn't make sense. Today? I don't know. I guess Mandy might have been casting. The Mandy cast is so odd because they don't show up anywhere. And he's like not posting them anywhere. Lucky keeps referencing them, but there seem to be a lot of odd things happening there. Like Portuguese winning. Chinese going down to the Spanish of Calarino. Soundtrack is changing its amount a lot. Remaining home maps for the players are Akerai, Fez, and Terrace. Keller wins his home map and the game won. Will you cast if you get sets last night too? Yeah, okay, at like 5 AM my time. I guess if you watch all the other streamers, yeah. They might be watching more. What truly matters is Div 1. And that's what we're seeing today. And there, it's pretty clear ranking between the two civs. We're going to Fez for game number 3. So now it's on to Katie's home maps. He does have Magyars. And what does Keller do here? Bengalis? Keller kind of doesn't have a Fez civ. 46 statistics. Truly determining which civ is which strong if played to its full potential. Why would you leave? If only Div 1 matters, that's all you should watch, no? Oh, what does Keller do? Bohemians? No, would just get wrecked by Magyars. Guess Vietnamese. I guess Vietnamese Magyars. This should be a great chance for Katie to get a win. That's Georgians on Terrace. Ah, it's Lucky Scorpion. Extensive. Nobody cares about this context. I've decided on being offended. Yeah. It's the unfortunate state of the world that is a good summary of. Maybe not only the nature of the internet, Xardas. Yeah, I was correct though. Vietnamese versus Magyars on Fez. That should be an opportunity for KDE. Being the map lends itself better towards Magyars. Vietnamese can have an army that can beat the Magyars though. So Keller is attempting this with his last pick. Triple casters, 6 barracks, and we're adding the stables pretty far out towards the wood line for Keller. KD is going for ranges and stables and also a few barracks. Why was I surprised about the ranges? Because I thought he's the Vietnamese, which he obviously isn't. Ranges are not surprising at all. Kampa is up. Better put your energy into gambling than into being offended. That at least only hurts yourself. But not really, because we're just gambling with rocks. Rushing, not really that strong on this map. Maybe could send some Cavaches around, but no raiding damage found for KD so far. And good castle placements to defend the early villagers for kelar, all around the base basically. Maybe you can find one kill or so. Oh, villagers walked right into the cav archers. That makes it easier for Kitty to find a kill. Oh, that was close. No, hold on top back. Okay. He hopped back out very early, but it wasn't enough time for Katie's cav archer to shoot. Red archers facing CA in the middle of the map. Megas with a quick jump towards the gold side. Trying to go there. Castles TC's coming up. And siege workshops on the gold side, on the wood side. Major KD wanting to mount a push there. I see workshops. I guess he wants to defend from the elephants there. Yeah, he's expecting a big push on the wood, I guess, from the elephants. Because where kelar made his stables kind of implies that, right? He saw stables going up towards the northeast, and I think in reaction he's playing siege workshops down to the same, like, resource area. Three castles on his side. Oh yeah, 3 castles there. Guess to produce Mega Hussar? That's a bit of a big castle clump, yeah. To deny the stone, working for KD, deny the castle, maybe even killed it. Yeah, I killed it. Kelar has 200 stone only. 1 Mega Hussar kills a castle, massive value. Elephants are indeed coming out topside, so fighting for the wood. Elephant Otter there. While also an elephant Helbratan army is trying to claim the south. 1 villager castle, very risky if KD would move around there, but fights are on all fronts, so hard to realize for the British player. Who is moving past that. Now 5 villagers there. Conversions! Little bit of Terz energy. Doesn't find one though. Kelar pushing up top. Well, he found one, but not on an elephant. Or at least I missed the converted elephant. I heard the conversion sound though. Onagers and the Mega Scorpions. I called it. They will be meta this year. I called it last year. And we are seeing them, and they are pushing back the elephants. Scorpions kind of countering everything the Vietnamese have, besides bombard cannons and onagers, which kelar doesn't really have, at least not the bombard cannons. And only 6 of the onagers. That castle 4 KD will not happen though, but he already has one. And farms in this position. Farms in this position, well, lots of farms. Where he wants quick Mega Hussar. Spam, I guess, but are Mega Hussar even good here? Kelar now moving most of his army towards the gold. And KD's army is moving at the speed of a Scorpion, even though the Scorpion has left the group. KD now trying to address this push, sending more villagers. But kelar notices he can snipe them. No, Onager goes down. Elephants are going though. Kelar is failing to wall them in. I think he tried there. It looked a bit like he tried, but did not quite work. Relics already. KD is collecting. Indeed. Hasn't collected the southern ones though. And kelar is pushing there. Castle went up. Go shoot. Nothing really important. Just Vietnamese elephants. Scorpions are doing some work. Kelar has to go back here. He's pushing up north into the farm eco. With a lot of units, but without siege. Kelar has only 1 trebuchet. That's kind of in the middle of nowhere, being picked up by a Mega Hussar. Can damage the economy here. Kelar has 200 pop. Major KD only at 150. Out of food, out of gold, basically. But KD as well. That's pretty good news for the Vietnamese. They're trying to collect the northern relics. These 2 already collected. That monk going there. Yeah, and all these castles being there, and none kind of where all the really cramped into the woodline food eco is here. Too much build up here in this area, right? The farms are not really safe because all the siege workshops are here. Problem with the siege workshops, if the farmland was here, it would be a lot more secure. Now, KD lost a lot of economy. Can't reduce his military because there are all his ecos idle. It secure kind of the gold, but its population is super low. The Vietnamese pushing it hard. Oh my god, yeah, all the TCs without castles against Vietnamese Chatra elephants with extra HP, plus 100 HP. Kind of huge, 420 HP on these bad boys. They like smoking the nice substances. Farm issues for KD, wood issues for KD as well. 10 wood and none on wood because all this eco was idle. This raid, I don't know, was it a raid? It was a lot of army for a raid, but it was kind of a raid, right? It didn't push anything. It was just a very big raid with lots of units. They partially went back and they're coming back in again. And it killed KD, I think. Holy crap, Vietnamese playing the mobility game against the Megas. I think Keller might just be a level above. Keller's looking so good. Fucking hell, if Keller plays like this, Frost is in danger. Everybody's in danger, basically. This group is especially in danger first, but... Keller did like some prediction yesterday that we beat Keller in the 3rd place match, if I heard that right while I was on break. Oh, go casting. Hey, this is just very impressive playback, Keller. Yeah, you wait and see, you wait and see. It's getting closer, Oracle. It's getting closer. It's getting closer and will be German. And after today, I'm convinced it won't be Terz. I wouldn't be surprised if it's another German in Hidden Cup, though. That's not Killer. I think it's either Keller, this TDM, or another German in Hidden Cup. The end of the raid. Villagers being sniped by KD. Can he stop the castle? Yes, yep, 95%. A little lifeline, but still everything is kind of dead for KD. The eco is kind of everywhere, but it's exposed everywhere. Keller brutal castle on the farms there. Holy crap. Northern eco still kind of taken out. It's 81 villagers. It's 81 villagers. I wouldn't be surprised if KD has more farms than villagers. He does! He has 85 farms, but 71 villagers. More farms than vills. He just can't eco anywhere because Vietnamese are the faster civ than Magyars apparently. Skirmishers into G. GG. Well, it usually takes 2 minutes after the skirms until GG comes in. This castle is kind of a GG castle though. Means Kitty won't have any gold, and even the little golds in the north are being elephant raided constantly. Man, the beastly game 3 by Keller. Against Magyars. The Vietnamese units are quite good with Magyars. But yeah, there's the GG. Even only 1 minute after the skirms were made. Keller, absolute, total, and brutal domination. 3-0. Scary news for my and Hezzy, who struggled a little more against KD. 607 kills for Keller to 374 deaths. What a show of force here on KD's home map. And that was kind of the closest game of the series. Oi, 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 oi. Keller is coming in hot in this TDM. He struggled with that, but this set he's looking really good. Last pick taking out first pick as well. It's absolutely total and brutal so far. I'll take a quick break for game number 4. Alrighty. See if KD can get an important point or 2 for himself. Yes, Jordan's left. The silver I thought would be good against everything Keller has. KD losing fast though. And we are going to... Akarai. Or are we? Let me check quickly. Yes, we're going to Akarai. I think it will be Bohemians for Keller. Bohemians, Georgians? I think Bohemians, Georgians. Maybe it's a Bengalis though. Bengalis might be Terrace option. Yeah, I think it's Bohemians, Georgians. Let's go into game 4. Give me a safe guesses for Akarai if you have them. And let's go. What? Okay. KD is making choices. He is going for the Malians on Akre. He's getting his castles. He did not get his castles last season, so that's progress for KD. But Malians versus Bohemians. Oh, we recently talked about this matchup. I think we concluded that's a great one for Bohemians. It is 7 stables for KD. On the other side, we've got 5 racks into hand cannons. Keller is expecting a play around the Champs guides here. But that is not planned. It's all in Cavalier. Once again, same as with... what was that? Zayu. I think. Was it Zayu set? And it's Cavalier Gebetto. Chicken Castle coming up for Keller. Has claimed his castles obviously as well. Everybody expects Keller to be prepared, I think. Obviously he's watched a lot as well. Cast a lot with me too. The Cavalier are going forward. They are dying to the castles. The chicken castle is up. The Hussite wagons are building. And Bohemian Halberdiers should be pretty good against them. Gebetto. I don't know. Wagons don't have melee armor, right? Maybe the Gebetto can do something? Do we have bonus damage with infantry? No. It is dogs as well. Carax without last attack. Mayan's kind of only getting heavy demo, but maybe the only unit you need on Akarai Water. He's not nerfed by their water. Kelly using the water, which I like. I think demos can be really good here, right? Demos counter Halberdiers. And there will be a lot of Halberdiers for the Bohemians. And the Gebetto, you would need Haufnitzer or Onager shots to hit the Gebetto. KD going more on the aggressive side, securing the water. Demos don't kill dogs anymore, it seems. Cavalier seemed to be a big waste of gold, though. Cavalier kind of did nothing, and he made a lot of Cavalier. See Donager shooting. The firing line is forming for the Bohemians. The Hussites rallying their battle forces behind the wagons. The Gebetto trying to snipe the Haufnitzer, get shot down by all the gunpowder around them though. KD already out of gold, 13 Cavalier in the bank only, while Keller has all the resources available. A big grid of TCs going up behind Keller's base. A little bit more scattered TCing on the Tigui side of things. Cavalier charging in again. Halberdier numbers are a bit low at the front. Beto doing some good work there. No elite cannon gain either for KD. Cannon gains versus Bohemians always feels a bit rough anyways, because the Haufnitzer are basically better. Especially if you don't have the elite version. Beto fighting the Hussite wagons. The Hussite wagons are winning. A lot more HP on the things. Better only with 50 HP. Fishing, he cancelled, but it was a misclick. Keller's holding this quite easily, and he's throwing so many resources into the meat grinder here. He has the map position. But very resource efficient trades for Keller, just aiming to hold the line in the middle. And again being shot down by the Haufnitzer. Beto running in deep. Beto getting shot down all as well. Kenny's just losing everything that he sends in. Man, this army feels oppressive, but also I think Marians feel pretty bad. Champ Scars would have been a lot scarier, but maybe still not scary enough. I think this Civ matchup is really hard to win for Malians. He got the middle control, but the water doesn't really do anything against Bohemians on such a small river. Do Hussite wagons also block half the damage of Gebetto attack? Looked a bit like it, right? How is it described? Units behind it receive minus 50% for income projectiles. I guess projectiles. Yeah, I think it might block, right? It says projectiles. Why are you showing me heavy plow capture edge? Barzi! Thanks, Barzi. I mean, it's thanks, Barzi, not Barzi. Oh boy, wagons blocking Gebetto projectiles, I guess, and a lot of Cavalier wasted. 4-0 for Calarino. Marion certainly just feel bad overall by now, yeah. They were like doing good for a while, but last few seasons I feel like I've seen that Hamza win on Fez, but that's kind of it. And this season I don't think I've seen Malians win yet. At least on like close intermediate to expert level. To top level. Malians were the last pick for KD. And Bohemians were a lot earlier for Keller. But no clue why I picked them. He has Georgians and Hans. Isn't that a perfect Georgian here and then Hans on Eris? I guess it's a bit predictable and there's Bengalis, so he wants Trojans versus Bengalis now, I guess? But Keller wins his home maps. And let's go to game 5 on Terrace. Should be Bengalis against Trojans. If KD goes Hans into Bengalis, you're gonna lose it. He has great Civ of Trojans against the whole map. KD, what the hell? Well, I said I'm gonna lose it. Now I need to lose it. He's also changed his color. Trojans is a great Civ against the whole draft of Keller. How do you determine that Trojans is the one Civ you're not gonna play? Maybe KD doesn't have Trojans? I think that's the only reasonable explanation with this draft not to play Trojans, is that KD doesn't have Trojans. Hans versus Bengalis. Okay, well, I've seen the matchup before and the Hans won. This season, but I think it's very tough. The grids, yeah, I mean, it's beautiful. Keller has a 2-tile gap here. KD's has a 2-tile gap as well. None of the build orders is perfect, so just don't poke too much. What do you do? There's a chicken castle up, there's a second chicken castle up, and I think that Hans is just dead once there's 2 castles up here, no? I mean, it's 5 villagers for the Bengalis. They get some elephants out, and the Hans can throw in the towel. I said, I like Hans against Slavs, but against Bengalis? Yeah, is that true, Oracle, or is that also his? No, okay, you're just following what I'm saying. I thought for a second it might be a confirmation, but it's the only explanation I can think of why you would not pick Trojans in this with these drafts. You guys opening with chicken castles because on my list of you'll never to hear that in. What? Why? It's versus Hans. Everybody should open with chicken castles against Hans. At least relatively, so. The Bengalis don't have great units with the raid, right? That's why you open Rex, that's why chicken castles are quite good with them. There are death balls if you want to open with a death ball. I know you're talking about Div 10, but it doesn't seem so outworldly to me. KD still obviously gets a good big army out with the Huns. The army power is just very high for the Bengalis, and with the 5 villagers they can get out a lot as well. Yeah, now KD needs to retreat. Does have the mobility, can try to hinder the eco development of the Bengalis. Killing some vills at the back of the base. Aurico showed you the impedance of it. Yeah, you look at the tech tree as well and see that they start with 5 villages. I guess. What good of Aurico? They are very OP. You would have figured it out just to save after getting rushed once or twice. Good point. And here comes the Stampede, going up the hill like it's nothing. The Huns hordes has to scatter. And even getting side castles up against Huns. Oh my, oh me, oh mama. It's a brutal series. Sure, Kelly's got the control, he's had nice castles, he's got no Rex out. I think the Rex might be a bit late. Battle Elephants and Elephant Archers and even Ratha and his own Halberdiers. Now armies are close in number and equal in value. That doesn't necessarily mean they're equal in strength though. To spam help siege and pray. How to stop this is to not spam help siege, but to micro help siege. But that's obviously not something the Huns have access to. I mean, the help part they do have access to without last armor. And the siege part, they kind of don't get. They get rams, but nothing to deal damage behind the rams. So it's the Cav Archers. Should hypecast a little more. I mean, he's got these like heal extenders locked down well. And he hasn't been dying to the first push, so yeah, he's containing Kelar. Kelar's economy is not being harassed though, and Huns also need to be achieving that one. Okay, he has Georgians. Yes, Georgians is a great civ against Bengalis. Georgians is a great civ against everything in Kelar's draft. And KD decides to not play Georgians in any of the games. The only explanation we could find was he doesn't have the DLC. The Georgian Armenian DLC is still not like included in the base game, right? I always forget which I included because I've got all the DLCs. How many did they include? Ah, hill bonus is still hill bonus. The habits of drinking away as well. This is not the greatest fight ever for Kelar. Wait a second. Tarkans are tanking quite a bit. They're killing Siege. Yeah, they included a bunch of DLCs 2 years ago. A year ago, 2 years ago, something like that. But I can never remember until when. Like the first few DE DLCs were included. I know obviously China and South America aren't, but I think there's like 1 or 2 more that weren't included, and I don't know which. Scene? Who? Did I pick anything? Okay, they're kind of pushing back. I might have called this game for Bengalis too early. KD with Huns might be something different. Kelar still has the heal castle, so I think this back and forth should still mean the Bengalis are fine. Both have similar ecos. But KD is making this a lot more competitive than I expected. Jumdi. 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 Kelar trying to get on the hill. KD intercepting him. I was kind of hoping someone would look up the DLC question. I want to know now if he had Georgians or not. One villager is being idle forever in this TC. And I want to slowly progress to this hilltop now, because that's also where most of the eco for KD is. Not sure Kelar's aware of where the eco is. No, he's not really. He only knows where the base is. I think I had to buy all the ones I have, although I'm unsure about the dynasties of India. Well, that's great info, since I don't know all the ones you have, like to say. You're being so helpful, not. KD progressing up the hill. Thanks, Kiki. Kiki's as always the only one that's helpful. And Hazy. Hazy's helpful. I saw a Hydra set was scheduled. It's at 3 AM though, Hazy. How about you cast it on your own and then I can watch you streaming? Because I don't think I'm casting at 3 AM. Thanks so much for the 22 months of Prime, Hazy. Let's go. And Kiki has an answer. November 2024 made the Indian, East Europe, Bohemians, Poles, and Burgundians and Sicilians. Yeah, so Georgians and Armenians are not included. Which others aren't included? Are there more that aren't included than Armenians, Georgians, China, and South America? Romans, I guess. Anything else? I mean, victors and vanquished and so on, but I'm only interested in civs. I guess Athenians and Puru DLCs. Technically, it's AO2 civs. That's such a nice little nook to sit the trap zone for Keller. Okay, he's fighting this really well for, like, being a prolonged game, Huns vs Bengalis. Thank you so much, Kiki. Finally. I'm satisfied that I know now. Keller has to go back here! Huh? What's happening? How does it take us to game 5 and a Civ loss for KD to start playing Beastly? I guess the set just went by too fast for KD to warm up, and now he's finally warmed up. Oh, he's just really good with Huns. Would make sense. KD has played a lot more Hun Wars than Keller, I'm sure. He still has the Ellie Archers. And he has an Elephant Push. He's got both hilltops though. So KD is playing this really well, but Keller should still win this. Those pre-2023. Yeah, but I don't know when the DLCs are released, so that's not gonna help me remember. But okay, I think I can remember Georgians, Romans. Everything since Georgians and Romans isn't free. Like the last two DLCs I can think back still. Just in like the Burgundian Pole, the Eastern Europe, Burgundian Sicilians, Bohemians, Poles, those are just kind of meld into one. Also with the Armenians and Georgians a little bit. I don't know when they were added. China one was 5 civs, the other one was 3 civs. It's just the 2 civ ones that are hard to differentiate. And I couldn't tell you when the Roman one was. Yeah, that's what we concluded, I think. He tried to get on the hill with the castle, gets denied by the traps. We'll lose this fight on the other side as well. Romans 2023. Yeah, I guess Kiki said pre-2023. When was Trojans Armenians then? Also 2023 or was that 2024? China was last year and South America was this year, and apparently we're getting another one this year with the North. And Keller wins, KD calls the GG. And Keller gets a 5-0 victory over KD. KD played the best in the last game. Keller played absolutely beastly before that. Unfortunately, the civs were not really giving KD a point in the game that he played well in. Tarkan help was very surprisingly strong with Eliacha. Yeah. The Tarkans tanked him really nicely, right? And the helps can do damage then. Surprised me as well. Well done, Keller. 6 important points. Do we already have an updated list here? We do. Rex already posted. Keller now leading. And Oh, Xardas even changed the color. Let's go. Nice. So 11 points for Keller now. 10 points for Hezi. 8 points for Malda. And KD now stuck at 5 with 3 sets played. So Malda can be sure he has a 3-point lead with similar sets played over KD. Making him maybe a bit secure from that tiebreaker. Terz still staring down a lot of losses. And Andy yet to play.